Well, what's up, everybody? We're here on Ransom Ridge, and I thought I'd play, maybe, get a little series started here before Farming Simulator 22 comes out. So we'll play just, maybe, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 episodes, something like that, depending on, whenever Farming Simulator 22 comes out, how quickly some of the mods can get converted over, some of the good forestry stuff. It may take a while, so we may be on here for just a little while longer than I think. But anyway, I made the map, finally got it finished. I thought, well, I can't leave Farming Simulator 19 without at least playing a little bit on the map. So here we are, and what I started doing last night, basically just to sort of further test the map because there was only so much I could do. Um, at the I was trying to get it released and was trying to test as much as I could, but sometimes it's just tough to check everything, especially with this map. What ended up happening was, if you hadn't been following along, so I used this was like 2 years ago. I found this blank 4x map that had a bunch of textures on it, uh, other than like the grass and the dirt, the rock. It had a bunch of other extra stuff in there. Basically, it had all of the uh, European map textures and the US map textures, and then plus some. Well, when I got started on the map, I believe that at the time that was the only blank 4x map that there was. And so I started using it, and it had uh, a ground type manager error on the blank map itself. Before I even did anything to it, it had an error on the blank map. Well, what that ended up causing was whenever you went to put down a placeable, it wouldn't let you put it anywhere. Even if you own the land, it wouldn't let you put. I mean, there were some that probably would go in, but some of the larger ones, certain ones, maybe it just wouldn't let you place them at all. And I thought, well, that's no good because in here in this, if you look in the very southwest corner down there, there's basically a sawmill area with no sawmill, and so that was what I was hoping to use to build a little sawmill, or if you wanted to do something, um, then you could build your own sawmill there. And what I'm going to end up using probably is this one right here, this more American style. I mean, it looks like the other one that's over here at this main sawmill, but this one does output the lumber, which is kind of what I was going for. There are some storage that goes along with that. This European one, I don't know. I don't like the looks of the buildings, so we're gonna go with this one. I've used it before. I was really hoping to use the other one. There's a oh gosh, who was it? Global Company. The folks that make Global Company, I think they made one that you put the logs in one building, and then it spits out long lumber. You can take that over to another building, get it wrapped up, bundled and wrapped, and then it just spits that out. Then you can take that somewhere else and sell it. So that's kind of what I was hoping to use, but for some reason it wouldn't load into the map. Anyway, we'll look at that later. So what I want to do today is, you notice I've got basically about 1.43 million in the bank there, and so I've got this used equipment mod, which I think is gonna be really cool. And so what I kind of want to do is, I've got some different trucks in here too. There's a Chevrolet Bison by Expendables. I've got a couple of Peterbilts in here. It's Kenworth. I think that one's also by Expendables. And then I've got this Freightliner and a couple other Kenworths here, which are really cool. So what I was thinking about doing was, well, those are already pretty cheap. Let's see. Let me just look at this one here for a second, because it is. Does this one not have the used equipment? Oh, discount. There we go. Second used secondhand. Okay, so it's already. Let's see. That'd make it. Oh, it subtracted 21,000. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm thinking about doing is buying some old equipment to use as like log trucks and the fellow bunchers and skidders and stuff, just to keep it interesting. And that way we won't have all brand new equipment, and sometimes you know, it'll need repair or whatever. Let's see what it does to this. Yeah, so that one attracted $57,000. So it also is going to make us be kind of careful with our money too. Let's see, I think I'm going to go with that one. Let's see what that looks. Whoa! All right, that's pretty used. It's in rough shape, but we'll get it all fixed. Oh, that did not come out right. Okay, I guess we wow, that is interesting. I'm going to show FDR that. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I can't live with that. Let me see what this is going to be to repair this. Shouldn't be too much. Alright, so we got our little boy over here, so we'll go see if we can get this thing loaded up. I hadn't even checked to see if it fits on here yet. Or if it'll even, you know, because this is an FDR machine, so who knows what it's going to do with a non-FDR trailer. It might not even go on there. We'll try it out though. I haven't used this trailer before. This is a Landau little boy. I got this off of the Mod Hub. And like I said, new truck too. This is Kenworth. I believe it's by Expendables. I'm not sure about that. But it sounds good and seems to work good too. I like it. I like that truck. Oh, actually it's going to go on there. I probably should have expanded the sides, but ooh, yeah. Now we'll give it a go, see what happens. It may fall off of there, because the route to where I want to go is, unless I go through town, but even then it's gonna be a bit of a challenge. I guess before we get too much further, I want to show you what I've been working on last night. I mentioned I was working on some stuff. So over here, let me just bring up the mini map. So right here about the middle, you can't really see it. Right about the middle of this, the mini map there, on your way from the main sawmill, you come down this road, twists and turns. There's the road that goes up to the gravel pit. On up this way, there's a landslide, in case you haven't spotted that yet. So it covered the road, trees, and everything, and it just fell off the side of the hill there. So you got to move all this dirt out of the way to get the trucks, get the road clear for the trucks. So I set up course play routes with these dump trucks to go over to the lumber store in town and sell the dirt that we're picking up here. So I've been working on that, but we pretty much got the road open, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these pieces of equipment out of the way. And we'll work on that later. In fact, I've got 3 dump trucks. The other one's over at the lumber store. Yeah, there it is. Okay, now the big question is, which route do I want to take? I think it's going to be shorter to go back this way, because where I'm wanting to get set up at is I'm thinking there's some really cool spots down in this little area. So what I want to do is we'll come down this way, make the twisty windy road, and then over to the lake or pond. I guess it's more of a pond. That'd be more of a lake, I guess. Anyway, pond. Then we'll come across the bridge there, and we'll come to this, we'll turn off, and we'll go down here, and probably, I don't know, let's see, back in there is pretty cool, but we might go up here and look. Somewhere in here, we'll be over there somewhere. And I really hope that the fellow buncher makes it there. I'm going to have to be careful with my driving. In fact, I wonder... Oops, that goes up and down. Oh, that's interesting. Raise the hood. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's doing. I think the sides of this thing will expand. So you can lift it and lower it. And you can slide the 5th wheel front and back, so that's kind of cool. Well, I know I saw somewhere where these over here on the sides of this trailer, these little silver things will expand out. I don't know how to do that. I'll figure it out though. We'll figure it out eventually, but for now I guess we're just going to have to drive careful and hope that the fellow buncher stays on there. I'm actually a little surprised that it even went on the trailer, because a lot of times FDR's equipment is so heavy that it doesn't work well with non-FDR trailers. Yeah, we'll just have to be careful driving on this rough road, because when I delivered the wheel loader over to the landslide area, right up here somewhere, it wasn't my trailer actually got stuck, but it was the front of this truck, because the front bumper is pretty low. So whenever I get there, I'm going to have to really nail it, I guess, and just hope it goes over the bump. I think it was right up here somewhere. Oh yeah, here it comes. Right past this little mud hole spot, this little hump on the road. I didn't get past that last time. Yeah, you can see the front kind of drug there as it was going over the back side of that little hill. So I had to really nail it there. Also wanted to mention too, if you've downloaded this map and you find any issues with it, go check my website again, because I've made a couple of updates to the map since the initial release. I'm on I guess basically version 3. I made some slight changes, so I didn't really call it, like it's still version 1, but it's just 1.03 is actually where we're at now. And also, if you downloaded the map initially at release and did a game save and you want to get the updated map, you'll probably have to do a new game save, because I updated some spots of some terrain, and anytime you do terrain updates, you basically need a new game save, else it'll act weird, especially when you drive over some of those areas. You'll like be driving on something that's not there. Or you might fall through the map or something. Oh. Yeah, I'm really surprised that this machine from FDR is hanging on the way it is. I'm not really being too careful either. Wow, I can't believe this truck. Oh wait, that's the fellow buncher back there that needs fuel. Okay, that's what that is. Right here it gets tricky, because you can't get going too fast, because this other side of this hill is pretty steep and then there's a curve. I just about ramped over that curve last night in one of those dump trucks. Those Kenworth dump trucks that I got up here, them things really get going fast. It's easy to ramp the hills. Yeah, it was unfortunate that I had to change maps. Truck's kind of loud. Yeah, because I had a lot of good textures and stuff, and actually the map looked a lot better on the other map. But of course, I just couldn't live with not being able to put the placeables down. That was sort of a must happen type thing, because I did find a blank map a blank 4x map that had no errors. So was able to finally get everything converted over. I tell you, that was a bit of a nightmare, trying to get everything from the old map over to the new map. I kept having problems with when I went to play the game. Stuff wasn't in the right spot. Oops, that's my turn. Yeah, because I exported out. At first, I exported out the whole map, and I tried to bring it in, and it worked. But for some reason, whenever I went to play it in game, it didn't like some of the file paths or something. So I had to do a bit of finagling to finally get it to get everything over onto the new map. Yeah, you know, one thing I wish I'd have done, which I always forget about when I'm making these maps, is to make the roads a bit wider so you could actually have vehicles pass each other, because I'm so used to playing by myself that I don't think about the multiplayer aspect of it. You got these tight little roads that nobody can get past each other unless you just pull off into the woods somewhere. But I always forget about making these roads a bit wider. I'll have to remember to do that next time. Let's see, yeah, we're nearly there. I made this part of the map so long ago and never touched it again, and I've forgotten how far it is over here, but this is a really cool spot. Well, if I don't miss the turn. Sitting here looking at the trees and wasn't watching where I was going. But I guess, you know, on the other side of how narrow these roads are, it does make you be a bit more careful on how you're driving and a bit more of a challenge. And I really, to be honest, I did not even drive anything like this down this road to see if it was even possible to make the turns and stuff. So I was just sort of hoping that everything worked out alright, which looks like it's going to be okay. There was one little spot there that was a little rough. There are so many trees, it's hard to see what I'm doing. Yeah, I have a feeling that some of these trucks that I have may have some problems with some of these hills. If I use this truck, I'm definitely going to have to get this other bumper. Uh-oh, we're going to be high-centered. Yeah. Yeah, see, this is what I was afraid of. Some of these little hills and stuff are so steep. Well, we're almost there anyway. I think I'm just going to offload this. Yeah, we're not even going to be able to. Can't even get the trailer out of the way. Yeah, it's a pretty steep spot right there. Yeah, and the other thing I'm kind of bummed about, which I don't even know how to fix, is the Dirty Tire Tracks mod doesn't work. I really like that mod, because when you're off in the woods, you know, it leaves tracks, basically cultivated ground is what it turns it into, and it gets rid of all the bushes and grass and stuff, and it just looks really cool too, because you can see, you know, like what you would expect in a real forestry logging situation of when you got track machines and skidders and all sorts of stuff driving over the same parts of the map or the air, you know, ground, that it knocks down all the bushes and grass and leaves more of a dirt type texture. So I don't know why it's not working. I'm sure it's got something to do with well, see, I'm just gonna say maybe the fact that I moved from one map to another, but I don't think that's it. I think it's probably some kind of conflict with the map itself, maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're here. Now I gotta figure out where I want to log. This is pretty steep back in here. I didn't realize it was quite this steep, but that's okay. We'll make do. Yeah, I probably should have made that not quite so steep. Plus it doesn't help the fact that this truck has such a low bumper on it that I think it's dragging the ground. Let's see, can I raise that up or down anymore? It's already as high as it'll go. I think it says bumper because I put this other bumper on there and it's pretty low to the ground. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I definitely should have tested that out a little bit more. Here, I'll tell you what, let's do this. For the sake of time, I'm just gonna reset this back to the shop because I don't have time to sit there and fool around with getting that unstuck. Okay, and I tell you what, let's also do, let's just go ahead and get started cutting over here, because I mean it's gonna be a while, but we'll probably just have to, you know, next episode maybe get the other machinery over here. And let's see, I gotta figure out where I want to go. Everything looks pretty steep. Should have come over here, but we'll stay here because I mean it's got to be cut anyway, but I mean over here it's a little bit flatter maybe. Anyway, we'll deal with it. Oops. And we'll have to get my service truck fixed up with the fuel bladder in the back so I can get up here and fuel this equipment. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw these trees back here towards the back of this landing so we can just have the whole landing open to do whatever. And like I was saying earlier, we're only starting off with a certain amount of money, so we'll say that we had I don't know, maybe we had a rich uncle that left us some money. We decided to start a logging company. Had about $1.5 million to play with, and now we're down to 927,000. So we got to get a log truck, trailers. It's already got a skidder. We need a processor, a loader. So we still need a good bit of stuff. We'll have to get us some sort of a wood chipper. Alright, so I'm going to cut maybe just for like another 5 minutes or so. And then we're going to see about getting some more equipment purchased. And then next time when we come back, we'll get that other equipment moved out here. Trying to get lined up pretty much north-south, but the terrain wasn't really letting me do that too well. Yeah, this is working out pretty well. I had to resort to some of FDR's lighter machines. If you remember, he's oops. Oh, come on, I missed it. Oh, I did get it. Anyway, he you know, FDR's machines were like super heavy there for a while, and then he lightened them up, but he lightened up all the trees too. He came out with his version of the stock trees or whatever. I guess you could just you know, overwrite the code on the trees or whatever. The what was it? The density, I think. Anyway, so he lightened up the machines, and these are, I believe, these are some of the lighter machines I'm using. Maybe not this one, but for sure I know on the loader and the processor that I have, I had to go back to the lighter machines because I went to load them up on the FDR lowboy that's supposed to work with the machines, and it didn't work. They just sort of wanted to fall through the trailer. So I went back into an older game save folder and found what I think is some of his lighter machines. So I was a little surprised that, that this thing even wanted to work with these trees, because these are stock weight trees, or I didn't change them. At least I don't think I did. Let's see. I want to go back this way now. Anyway, it's time to. Yeah, we'll call it quits for today here. Okay, so let's look at some more equipment here. So we're gonna need a processor. I want to go with that John Deere one. And we're gonna need the Watara head for it. Or Warata, I guess that's how you say it. And then we're gonna need a loader. Okay, that gets us all the machines we need for the woods, except for a wood chipper. And then now let's look at trucks. Okay, here's where it's going to get fun, because there's a lot of options. I think what I want to do is, I really like this Kenworth. Let's stick with that. We'll do something else with another truck, but let's see. Short frame. We'll do the day cab version. We don't need a sleeper. Let's see. Main color. What do we want to go with? Let's see. What about a blue color? That might be kind of cool. Yeah, I kind of like the blue. Alright, we'll do used. Short. I didn't even look at these light versions. 7, 11. Yeah, we'll just go to standard 5. Fenders. Yeah, we'll go with those half ones. Sleeper none. Racks. Let's go with let's see, make this. I kind of like that one. That was kind of cool too, though. Yeah, we'll go with that one, and let's go with let's just go black on that. Yeah, it looks cool. Got the little lights up there too. That's kind of neat. Let's see, bumper stock. Oh yeah, see that's why I went with the other bumpers. I like that bumper better, but that one's higher off the ground. I don't like the mud flaps things or whatever that is right there. The Kenworth logos, but oh well. Guess we'll have to live with it. Stacks. We'll go miter cut, stripe. Ooh, I forgot about the stripe. Let's see. Well, let's go with blue. We'll be good with blue. White or silver, maybe. That was kind of old school, doesn't it? I like that. Visor, stock. See, I don't like the visor options. I wish there was, instead of this bow tie or drop, I wish there was just a straight one that was like a drop, but we'll go with stock. I guess that'll work. Or actually, I tell you what, let's go with I just don't like that version. Go with that. Wheel setup. Slam, we do not need. Heavy, probably not. 2-hole white rears, that's interesting. And we'll just go with stock. Okay. Now we're going to need a log trailer. There it is. Okay, I like using this Pitts log trailer, and I like the other wheels though. We'll get that one used, save a little money. So I like these dual, kind of more looking off-road type wheels, so we're gonna go with that. Okay, we still got quite a bit of money, but like I said, we also need a tractor or something that's going to give us, let's see, I don't think I put, oh wait, I did say a skid steer. Which one though, which one? We'll go with the bigger one, I guess. Let's go used, and this is going to be our, I hope, our wood chipper option. I just can't remember if it fits on here or not though. We'll see. It may not fit on there. And let's see, go back here. Gotta get the Brooks wood chipper. We'll buy that one used. It's gonna be all messed up, but that's okay. Okay. Now let's get back to our shop. Now this is the main thing I wanted to look at, is make sure that this thing is going to fit on the Brooks, or we'll even run it. That looks ridiculous, but I think we're gonna go with it. Yeah, we'll go with that. And here's the reason why. So whenever you buy a tractor to put that Brooks wood chipper on, the wood chipper itself only goes so low, and you'll notice that if I zoom in, I won't turn the machine on because it's too loud, but see, it goes way down, in fact even lower. So the cut area here in the front, you can get pretty low, and sometimes those stumps, when you're on a hill or something, it just and see, even look, you can even tip it forward even more. Sometimes when you're on a hill or something, you can't adjust it just right when you got a tractor, so you can't always get to the stump or the piece of wood to chip it up or whatever. So it acts funny. But this skid steer is a lot better. And actually, look at that. It didn't change the color here. I mean, on these panels over back here it did. Those are supposed to be yellow or black, I think. But FDR doesn't really do much in the way of, like, you know, changing the paint for scratches and stuff like that some of the others do. Like here, I mean, that's all scratched up and whatever. And that's pretty beat up too. And then that looks almost brand new. You can kind of see where there's a bit of stuff going on there. A little bit of paint wear. Oh, and that's completely silver. Yikes. Okay, we'll fix that. And let's see, that one basically looks brand new. This is an older one too, so it may not have some of the texture stuff that he's done on it later. Now I do like the fact that all the paint has worn off of these, or not all, but most of it's worn off. I don't like I wish you could change from that blue color to something else. I don't care for that. Alright, so anyway, we got everything basically purchased. Need to get it out to the woods, and then we'll be ready to start rocking and rolling out there, cutting down some trees, getting them loaded up. This trailer, the trailer's a mess. That's why we bought it used, though. Couldn't afford it. Okay, we'll get everything fixed up for next time. And I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.